A good day for you then. First quarter revenue beat. You also raised your forecast for sales this year. Market not reacting too positively, though. The share's a little changed, off ever so slightly. I wonder if it's to do with the themes around my first question, which is that sales rose 15% in the US, but dropped 7% in Europe. Is this going to widen this gap between the US and Europe?
Well, we started strongly into the new year. We had an overall sales growth of 6%. And as you rightly point out, there are very different dynamics in the United States and in Europe. And the reason is that we have launched our new medicines, such as Ocrevus or Perjeta, already in the US, whereas they will only come to the market later in Europe. So actually the contrary is the case, that over time what we will see is that the new launches in Europe will also compensate for the entry of the biosimilars.
In that sense, do you see Europe catching up to the US in terms of sales rather than US sales dropping to match Europe as, for example, US customers favour biosimilars of your older drugs, which seems to be what's happening in Europe?
Right. Actually, both is true. We will see a bit of a decline in the growth rate in the United States as the biosimilars enter the market. And at the same time, we will see an uptake of the new medicines in Europe. We will have different dynamics. There's a different timing here. But overall, based on the successful launch of the new medicines, I'm very confident to see continued growth for the group during this transition phase.
So overall, you're saying US sales might plateau slightly, Europe sales might pick up?
No. Plateau is not the right word. Given the strong launch of medicines like Ocrevus, for example, we will see continued growth in the United States.
Now, there's been a flurry of M&A activity in the rare drugs and biotech sector at the beginning of this year. Would Roche be open to a large deal to boost part of its portfolio, for example, in haemophilia?
We won't change our M&A strategy. Our M&A strategy has always been about bolt-on acquisitions, where we look out for specific products or technologies to complement our portfolio, and we will continue to do so. And experience shows that the vast majority of our transactions are early-stage assets, because that's typically where we can add more value for shareholders.
Yeah, you have said, though, that it's quite difficult to find these M&A opportunities for bolt-on acquisitions. Are you looking anywhere specifically in any areas?
We focus very much on our two core businesses, pharmaceuticals and diagnostics, and it's a mix of products, medicines, for example, and new technologies.
Is the industry in general, after the flurry at the beginning of this year, gearing up for more big mergers?
We'll see. There is a lot of activity at this stage. Actually, we also did an acquisition towards the end of last year, a company called Igniter in the oncology space. But again, whatever is happening in the industry as a whole, our specific strategy of bolt-on acquisitions will not change.
Right. And you also said you expect US tax cuts to boost profit this year. Will that free up more cash for bolt-on acquisitions, and how much cash are we talking about that you'd have at your disposal? I
wouldn't link the benefits we have from the tax reform with our acquisition strategy. What is true is that this will generate additional cash, but again, I would not link that to the M&A strategy. When we go for an acquisition, the acquisition has to make sense in itself. It's not a matter of how much cash you have available. The key question is, can you generate additional value with this acquisition? And this is a question which is independent of the specific cash flow. So you say the acquisition has to make sense. I believe you've bought 3 tech companies in the past 10 months or so. Would more tech companies make sense? Now, what is certainly the case is what we see in healthcare now is finally also this industry is digitized. Really, the healthcare industry is behind other industries such as media or retail or many others. But now patient data more and more get digitized. And as a consequence of that, we can analyze this kind of data. There are new analytics tools available, and that will help us to develop better medicines and also to improve patient care. And that's also why we look out for respective partnerships or acquisitions in this space.
So could you buy more tech companies this year?
Typically, I would say it's a matter of partnerships. It's less about acquisitions. We did an acquisition with Flatiron at the beginning of this year, but typically what we see is partnerships.
Are you concerned, though, generally about competition from the big tech giants, for example, like Amazon and Alibaba?
No, I think it's an opportunity to partner, to work together. And we do have partnerships with tech companies. We bring in different capabilities. Tech companies are traditionally extremely good in managing data, big data. And our strengths are around the medical understanding of diseases, the regulatory environment. So I see this as a very complementary skill set.